Welcome back, friends, to the shop. Today's video is made possible by our good friends at Simply Safe. Gentlemen, this is what we ended up with, our 5 brackets. 2 for the side, 1 for the center, a little bit longer, just for the eye, right? I'd like to say that I was going for the rustic look, and of course, I did accomplish that. That's typically what artists with no skill say to justify their poor work. If I wanted to make it nice and clean, I would have. This is what I could make, but the next ones will be better. These are the little screws that I made, the live stream that didn't work out. I'll show you these close up. This was my first time attempting to make screws with square heads. I don't have the ability to make these from scratch, so I had to cheat. What I came up with is I used just a regular hex head screw, a 5/8 1 inch. I bought a box of these at the hardware store, and then I heated them up and did my best to pound that head square. I figured I'd end up with, ultimately, a head that should fit a 7/16 or maybe ½ inch box end wrench here. We'll be putting that flank drive to the test with these. Oh, there we go. We'll get one side in there, and that would be enough. We'll pre-drill these, and then I'll be able to turn them in. But the big difference is, just so you can see for yourself, if we take, these forged brackets, to put a modern screw in or lag bolt in, it just, to me, just doesn't look right. It doesn't go with the time, it doesn't go with the way it should have been, and it's just a sore thumb. To me, if you can, even if you have to cheat and kind of use old or use new screws to make old ones, I think it's worth it because that looks nice. Pre-drill those, turn those in at a diamond, and that will look very, very nice. It matches the finish. I coated them with the wax just like on the brackets, and that will be, I think that's going to be beautiful. Here on the north wall is what is going to be my main workstation. That's where I'll spend the majority of my time because it's by the wood stove and just central to the main door. Now, something that's kind of changed I guess the way I look at the workstation here is that I just got the new M1 Mac laptop, and it's the first laptop that's truly fast enough where I can edit in real time, do my video editing, and I've always been tethered to a larger machine in the house, but this computer's made it possible, and I really haven't used that computer since I had it because it's just so fast and it's convenient to edit here, and I'm already out here and I like it. And it's kind of fun, if you're questioning, when you're setting up lights and all of that, to film a little bit and then throw it up on the computer just to make sure that everything's right and the look is how you want it to be. And I've really enjoyed it. So this area here kind of needs to be an area that's really comfortable and comforting to me. Since I started working with light and as a, I guess, videographer, light has been something that I never really thought about before, but I think of nothing else now. It's become, almost like a obsession for me. And once you see good light and you work with it, you can't unsee it. And it just changes the way you look at the world. I detest poor quality light. I detest light that's too cold, like a lot of LEDs have. I don't like lights coming straight down over my head. It's terrible. Fluorescence, anything like that. So I like warm, diffuse light. So to try to rely upon overhead lighting in what we're trying to do today by adding a shelf for convenience, it's always a problem on a workbench because it creates a tremendous shadow underneath of it, and everything on the back side of your main bench is dark. But I also don't want a bunch of clutter. I don't want lamps and things and stuff on the wall. I like a clean, simple look. My whole life has been cluttered and in chaos, and I don't want that anymore. I want a place for everything and everything in a place. I want to work in an environment that is sparse, Spartan, with high-quality items that I use, and anything that's superfluous is gone. I don't have that many more years left. I'm not going to suffer that nonsense anymore. So I want to work in an environment that I like. The trick is, how do we put up a shelf with beautiful, nicely diffused, adjustable light? We can control the color and the temperature, but not have a big, ugly fixture or anything. And the solution that I came up with was this. I'm going to recess these strip lights into, is it a rabbit? Goodness, I should have looked that up before I had it. Reason being is I want the shelf to be a little bit at or near eye height, but I don't want to look at a bright fixture, have it glaring in my eyes. This will give the ability to have nice diffuse light hidden in the rabbit, if that's what it's called. SimpliSafe is a modern security system that you can install yourself. There's over 1 million Americans that have their homes protected by the SimpliSafe system, including mine. You can order it online or over the phone. They'll deliver it right to your front door. In most cases, you can have it installed in less than 30 minutes with no special skills or no special tools. Once your SimpliSafe system is installed, you're going to have the benefit of 24/7 monitoring. That means that if you hit a panic button or any of the sensors go off in your house, including carbon monoxide, broken windows, doors, smoke detectors, law enforcement, or the fire department will be called. Unlike many other home security systems, SimpliSafe doesn't require any sort of a contract. You can cancel at any time. The cost for monitoring your system is less than $1 a day, and if you're unhappy with the initial purchase, you can gladly ask for a refund, no questions asked. My favorite feature of the system is, without a doubt, the wireless keypads. That way I don't have to carry keys to get in the house, and the wireless cameras. When I'm working in my shop, I don't have any windows. When I hear a vehicle come up, it's very handy for me to pull out my phone and take a quick look. I can see 360 degrees around the entire perimeter. Everything is recorded, and it's a really wonderful feature.
SimpliSafe on. Home.
If you're interested in protecting your home with your very own SimpliSafe security system like mine, I invite you to go to simplisafe.com/Wranglerstar. I'll also put the link in the description. This month, if you sign up for interactive monitoring, you'll get your first month for free and 20% off your initial order. Thanks for watching, and back to the video. Let me attempt to simulate what we're talking about here, because it has a very nice effect that may or may not come through in the camera. But imagine this light strip being recessed up into the shelf. Goodness, the chance of disaster here is increasing by the second. This is on its lowest setting. If I turn this up to its higher setting, and you'll notice from these lights, these lights are made by the Nanoleaf company. These are a high quality strip light, a lot better than some of the cheaper ones you'll find. These are not all created equal. You can actually get high quality ones. In full RGB, of course, which I'm probably not going to use. My hope is to have a beautifully warm under bench light for my main work area. Something like this. My goodness, gentlemen, that is a beautiful piece of Douglas fir. Finest wood in the world, of course, as long as we don't include walnut. I think I know just the thing. How about a compound bevel? That's a difficult thing on a delicate piece of fir like this, because end grain requires your tool to be the absolute sharpest and at a much lower angle than a traditional plane. Fortunately, Mrs. W, bless her, gave this to me for Christmas a few years ago, Lee Nielsen. Some would claim that these are built today at a higher quality, higher standard than any of the original Stanleys, even the Bedrocks, which are probably considered to be the best. Ooh, goodness, that's nice. That looks beautiful. What gorgeous lights. These are, if I didn't mention it, made by, I think it's Nanoleaf. I have some of their products in my office, and they've been really nicely made, and these look like they're really high quality. What do you say we hang that up on the wall? Even I've got my limits when it comes to dragging out a series. Gentlemen, I am certainly biased, but I can honestly say I don't know that I've ever seen a better looking shelf than that right there. Man, that is pretty. You can really see the redness of that old growth Doug fir compared to younger Doug fir, which is the tongue and groove on the wall there. Just beautiful. That'll turn into a golden red that is just as pretty as can be. I don't think there's anything that looks better next to that color than that black forged iron. Goodness, that is pretty, isn't it? I've got 2 brackets on. This is the third. We'll do one together. It's going pretty good. Lord, give me the skill not to drill through this shelf. What are you looking at? You like your new box. I think she likes my down coat better than the box. Mama Kitty approves. I approve. Everything turned out nice. I've got to clean up the wires and all that, but got it on a switch so we can turn it off and turn it on. This is its lowest setting. We can go up, but it really makes a nice, it's basically a light fixture that you just can't see that's clean. I'll have to clean up these wires. I have some ideas for that, so that's not looking all shabby, and relocate the switch a bit. But here is, it gets pretty bright. So as you can see, it's hard to tell with the exterior lights or the studio lights on, but if I had no lights on in the shop, this would be a really nice light to work on, do pretty much any project. And if we want to have a little fun there, we can go to the RGB. So we've got red, yellow, green, I guess, and true green, blue, true blue, pink, red. Yeah, I personally prefer the white. That's the warm light. Let's see, how do I do this? I forget the interface here. Double click. There we go. I probably just prefer the warm light. Just the true. That's too warm. Too cold. No, that's good right there. That's the mix. That's about sunlight color. All right. Thanks for watching. May God bless you and your families. If you haven't subscribed, I invite you to do that. Please don't forget to click the thumbs up, and we'll see you guys on the next video.